I'm gonna assume that you make $50,000 a year. And it doesn't matter if you make this money from you starting a business or running a YouTube channel, or if this is money you make from your job. When you make this money, there are three things that you can do with this money. You can take this money and you can spend it on your home, on your car, on your vacations. You can invest this money into the stock market, into real estate, or you can save some of this money. Now, what the majority of people do, we'll talk about the majority of people first. The majority of people take this money and they throw it right here. This money gets spent and it goes right out. Where does that money go? It goes into the hand of your landlord. It goes to your banker's pockets. It goes to BMW. It goes to Gucci. It goes to Chipotle. All this money goes out and makes them richer, and you have nothing left. Then you have some people that are a little bit more financially savvy that'll do this. You're gonna spend most of the money, and then you're gonna save a little bit of money. I can't tell you the number of people that make a lot of money, and I'm talking multiple six figures a year, that will tell me, Jaspreet, I have a little bit of savings, I own a home, then I spend the rest of my money. I have no other investments. This is now a small fraction of people that will do this. But then you have very few people that are actually gonna say, you know what, Jaspreet, I'm gonna spend some money, I'm gonna save some money, but I'm gonna focus here on investing my money. I'm gonna focus on growing my wealth here. But this is where your real freedom is. Because if you work a job and you make $50,000 a year, but you don't go into a job tomorrow, you're gonna stop getting paid. But you still have expenses to make. You still gotta pay for your house, you still gotta pay for your food, you still gotta pay for your car. Even if you paid off your car, even if you paid off your home, you still need to eat. You still gotta pay your property taxes. You still wanna go on vacations. You're still gonna wanna buy gifts for people. You're still gonna have expenses. So the question is, how can you keep getting paid without you going to work? Now, you might say, well, Jaspreet, I own a business. Well, if this business requires you to work in the business, it's the same situation. Because if you don't go into work in your business and you don't get paid, well, now you still got your expenses, but nothing else paying you. Now, you can invest back into your own business. I mean, you can invest in advertising, you can invest in growth. But what I want to talk about today is how you can invest your money that we can create a new income stream, that we can create new money coming in right here. That way you don't have to go to work to earn this money. That way you don't have to keep running this business to keep getting paid. You have a new passive income stream that continues to pay you. But the only way for this to work is if you have money going here into your investments. Because let me tell you something, the money that's in your bank account, that's not gonna pay you. And you might say, well, Jaspreet, I have a high yield savings account. Well, if the Federal Reserve Bank starts cutting interest rates, those high yields start to go down. And those high yield savings accounts are not there to make you rich, they're there to help you fight off inflation. So your savings are not there to make you rich, they're there to protect you, and you're never gonna be able to live off of your savings like that. Your spending is there to give you the nice things, but that really just makes somebody else rich. When you go and buy a BMW, you buy a Mercedes, you buy a Jaguar, that makes those companies rich. You buy some clothes, it makes the clothes company rich. You buy a home, it makes the realtor richer, it makes the mortgage banker richer. You gotta spend money. I'm not saying don't spend money, but you gotta understand this spending is not gonna make you rich. This investing is what is gonna make you rich. And now the question is, how can you continue to get paid without you going to work? How can you keep getting paid without you having to bust your butt at your job or in your business? And this is what your investments are all about. Now, there are two different ways that you can really invest your money. You can invest your money for cash flow, or you can invest your money for growth. And this is where everybody has their own opinion. Most financial advisors are going to tell you to invest for growth. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a random guy on YouTube. I don't recommend what I do to anybody else. I invest for cash flow. The reason why I like investing for cash flow is because this cash flow means that I get paid this income without having to sell my investments. And the reason why I like it is because now I can predict how much money I'm going to make next month, the month after that, the month after that, the month after that. And this is money that I get without really having to do much work. Now, there is work required to get that, but once I own the investments, now it's much more passive, and this money can continue to keep coming in and keep funding my lifestyle because I've built that cash flow investment in the first place. So what I want to talk about is how you can build these types of cash flow investments. And of course, if you have specific financial questions, talk to a licensed financial advisor in your area, and do not blindly trust a random guy on YouTube. If you enjoyed this clip and you want to continue your financial education journey, I have another video that I think you'll love. All you got to do is click that button right over there. And for those of you who want to stay up to date on the top finance and business news, you can join Market Briefs, my free financial newsletter, by clicking that button below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.